What is Sensex and NIFTY? Share market for beginners in Malayalam. We keep hearing that today 100 points up for Sensex and 20 points down for the NIFTY. Why does it fluctuate and what is the movement, and why does this happen? Make better decisions based on the truth of the markets, through news and information updated regularly. Every day almost all new channels cover stories on the stock market and the ups and downs in the market. Real-time live reporting is done. The news shared is to show that this is the most important thing and the world will turn upside down with the drop and changes in the stock market. We will explain what NIFTY is and what Sensex relates to in this video. When we have elections, we have opinion polls, exit polls. This is just before the results. Do we know why these exit polls come? There is a simple reason for us to know, for us to get a basic idea of the result. It is not possibly true that the exit polls should be correct. 60 to 70% of the times the exit polls are correct, however it may not be correct always. A sample size of the voter base is interviewed to understand the trend of the election voting, and the size of votes is mostly in lakhs, reflecting just a survey of small shadamanam size compared to the actual voters. The sample size may give the correct picture at times, and sometimes it fails to give the correct overall picture. There are about 9 companies which are listed on the stock exchanges of India. It's not possible to keep track of the stock price of all these companies. To get a general trend of the market and where the market is heading to, an index is made up of certain companies to give us an idea of where the market is heading towards. NIFTY and Sensex numbers is an opinion poll of a small sample size of companies which would give an indicative trend of where the market is heading to. The stocks listed in this index represent some of the popular companies in the Indian market. NIFTY and Sensex are like an exit poll. Sensex is based on 30 companies and the NIFTY is based on 90 companies. It gives us a basic idea on where the market trends and helps us understand what the overall market represents. We cannot blindly follow this, and need to keep a more focused approach to look at more information. We need to understand how these two indexes are made up of. Sensex has the top performing 30 companies listed, and these are based on their capital size or market capitalization, based on free float market cap. The market capitalization or the total capital the company has based on the price of one share, and the total shares of the company. For example, the price of one share is Ruba and the total number of shares the company has is 200, then the total market capitalization is 2 laksham, Ruba or 2 lakhs. Market capital price x volume of shares. The companies are not listed based on the market capitalization, it is based on the free float market capitalization. Free float market capitalization, price of one share x, number of shares, share of owners of the company. For example, total shares is item, less the shares owned by owners or promoters 200, and 100 shares, and their price is used to calculate the price of market capitalization of this company. These company owned or promoter share is the number of shares which have not been sold or offered to the public to buy. The companies with the highest free float capital are selected from the different sectors of the market to calculate the overall value for this index. The highest value of the market relates to companies from the its sector, banking and non-banking financial companies, NBFCs. The companies which are part of Sensex and NIFTY are reviewed periodically, and companies are added and removed based on the new market capitalization. Sensex is a part of the Bombay Stock Exchange, BIS, whereas NIFTY is a part of the National Stock Exchange, NS. The value of or changes to the index like Sensex and NIFTY are not always the same. The changes vary due to the size and value of the market capitalization. NIFTY has 20 more companies listed, so if NIFTY changes with 1% increase in a day, it may reflect as a 2% increase in Sensex as it has only 30 listed companies. These indexes help us save time by giving us a market direction on an immediate basis. We do not have to check 30 different companies out of 9 companies to understand where is the market heading to. The average helps us to immediately decide the market trend, whether the market is doing well, or these are in a negative sequence. The limitation to this is that it is calculated on free float market capitalization, and not the actual company capital. There are companies which hold a higher number of promoter or owners of the company may not be listed in this index. For example, a company has a capital of 1 crore, out of which the owner has 100 lakhs, so here the free float calculated is 100 lakhs, and this company may not be listed in the Sensex or NIFTY. The redundant limitation is that we cannot base our decision based on the basis of 30 or 100 companies only. This will not give us the overall true picture of the market. This may seem like an opinion poll, whereas we select 30 universities in the world based on their performance and reflect the overall performance of 100 universities around the world. The moonward limitation is that the companies listed on Sensex and NIFTY keeps the most active top free float market capitalization companies, so it may not give us idea about the companies performing badly. The ninth limitation is that if one of the companies doing poorly from Sensex, it will not give us the true picture of the other 21 companies doing very well, giving us a misleading or an inaccurate picture of the market. The top companies are the ones added, the poor performing companies are removed. So it is important to view the performance of the companies individually so we can make the right decision and invest in companies likely to increase the overall market value or capitalization. The value of the market capitalization is based on past performance, and we should not base our decisions only on their past. As the value of these companies are high, we may be investing at a very high cost or value. The best performance of the company may have already been achieved, and the current performance may be very basic. This could actually result in the value of the shares staying at the same price or falling, leading to loss. We do not need to run after companies who are performing well. We have to identify companies which will do well or which will continue to perform well. These companies could be the ones which are already doing very well, or it could be companies which are new and are a part of a business which is in high demand. It can be a new technology company, something like an electric vehicle manufacturing company, or a company which manufactures batteries for electric vehicles. These are new technologies which have a high potential of growth and will do well in the next 1 to 10 years. We have another technology which is solar panels, which will help convert in cheaper source of electricity. Using solar panels will help generate free electricity over a long period of time, reducing depend on traditional sources of electricity. For example, currently electricity companies manufacture light or electricity through traditional coal-based system. Coal can then be used in manufacturing steam through powdered coal. This steam can be used to turn turbines at high speed into a strong magnetic field. We should not be comparing our portfolio of shares and their growth with Sensex, as your company or set of companies' value varies with the performance of the companies in the Sensex portfolio. We can only compare our portfolio with Sensex if we have only invested capital in those 30 companies. However, this also cannot be compared thoroughly, as the value of there will each always be a investment will variation, differ, as we may have invested in different companies from different sectors, such as a new company or companies which are having an average value with potential of good growth. An example of small cap or small company capitalization would be high energy batteries, India, with a market cap of 182 crores. We can compare this to Amara Raja Batteries which has a market cap of 139 crores, which can also be a small cap in the same segment. You can compare this to Reliance Industries, which is a part of Sensex, and this has a market capitalization of 19.51 trillion. This is 19.51 lakh crores. We need to view the current situations on which we can make our decisions, whether to invest in these companies, stay invested in these if we already have invested, or sell and withdraw the capital from these companies. The small or medium capital companies can perform well and do better than Sensex and NIFTY, if they have a high potential of growth and also have factors which would be favorable for them in the next 1 to 2 years, leading to profit and growth in the market value. Example: electric battery manufacturing companies. If this video has helped you understand the concept of Sensex and NIFTY and helped you understand the term market capitalization and how you can look at the market. If yes, then please like and comment on the video. Please also subscribe to the channel and click on all notifications so you can get all the future video notifications. Thanks and stay always blessed.